everyone, welcome back to this week's weekly makeup box. So I thought I would restart these because I haven't been really focused on using up much makeup lately, and I've been in a bit of a makeup rut. So I have set myself some targets this year to use up some of the stuff that I've got. So either use it, toss it, give it away, whatever, but we need to start working through some of the stuff that I've got again. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I get a bit overwhelmed with how much makeup I actually have. And it's not all stuff that I've bought for myself, it's part of products that have been and gone in Mary Kay, testers, samples, you name it, we've got a lot of it. So before I start on what I've pulled out for this week's focus, I thought I'd just quickly recap some of the things that worked or didn't work from last week's weekly makeup basket. So, and I also want to give the box a bit of a clean out because it's looking a little bit untidy, and I'm not going to disgrace myself by showing you guys what it looks like inside. But one of the things that didn't work quite so well was my foundation. So I've got here the Ivory 5 in the combination to oily, which is my winter colour, and what I was going to do is I knew it would be a little bit too pale, so I was going to add in this bronzing illuminator, because in the past it has helped to just darken my foundation a little bit, but it just didn't do enough and I felt like I looked like a pale ghost. So that did not work so well last week. So yeah, this is going back into the drawer for winter time. The bronzer was great, loved using that. The new gel eyeliner in the colour Espresso, really loved that, really enjoyed using that. The lip liner that I was using, or the lip crayon in Coral Stone, which now looks like that from a week of use. I can't find my sharpener for these things, so I'm now stuck until I locate that. So I'm just going to clean out the box quickly and I'll come back to you with this week's products in a minute. Okay, I'm back and we've got a nice clean box ready to go for a fresh week. So what I did was I also just cleaned it out with some brush cleaner. I find that just helps to A, sterilize it, but B, it helps to get all the makeup and grime off these things. And what I also did was I gave some of my products that I'm putting back just a quick clean as well, so you can see it's all nice and shiny and new again, because they get so grotty looking and I just then don't feel great about using them. So before I put it back, just give everything a bit of a wipe down with the brush cleaner. It just helps to make it all nice and sterilized. It doesn't ruin the product. I'm not spraying it on the product, just spraying it onto a wet wipe cloth and cleaning around the edges. So we're all fresh to go again. So let's start with the basics. So as always, every week I have my eye primer. Must have the eye primer. I've got the new brow tint Mary Kay product there, and I've got the under eye corrector. Love this stuff, so they're all in there. And we've got my ultimate mascara, always have that one. So there's my basics. For foundation, so like I said, the last week's one was just a no-go. So I've changed this week to the beige 3 in the combination to oily. So I think I've used this one before. That will be a much better colour for the colour that I am at the moment. And also too, my Beauty Blender sponge is looking a little worse for wear. So I'm actually going to change it out and try the new Mary Kay ones. I've had these in the cupboard for absolute ages and I've never actually tried it because I had a Beauty Blender. So let's have a look at this. It's quite solid. And I can't get into it. It's well packaged. So this is what it looks like. It's quite cute in its shape. It's black. It's really, really firm, so it'll be interesting to see what it looks like when it's wet. And I'm assuming you use it the same way as the Beauty Blender. So yeah, we'll give this a whirl this week and see how I go. if you guys are using these, tell me what you think. Do you love them? Do you prefer something else? Would love to know. And then for setting my foundation, I don't always every day these days. Sometimes I'm just doing a very light wash of foundation and I don't find I need to set that. But if I'm wearing a little bit more, then I like to set it. So I've got this old powder. This was one of the originals. It says ivory too, but I've mixed ends of lots of things in there. So I know there's some mineral powder in there, there's just dregs of everything, so I want to use that up and get rid of it because that's really disgusting old container and I don't want it in my house, in my life anymore. So what else have we got? So for bronzer this week, I'm using the I don't know what this one's called because it's not in the correct container anymore. I've just got it in one of these old ones, but it's this one here. I absolutely love this. This is just a gorgeous colour. It's not too brown, it's not too orange, it's just right. So I've got that one. For blush, this is like bringing back the old days of Mary Kay. And I don't know what this one's called. Oh yes I do, it's called Silk Nectar. Who remembers these? I can tell you, I've got some really old stuff, and these products just go and go and go, and because they're face powders, I'm not so worried about the age of them or anything. It's still fine, and I've made quite a dent in it, so anyway, I'm going to have another go at that and see whether I still love it or not, otherwise it might have to move out. And then for highlighting powder, I've got the Sheer Dimensions in Pearls. This is beautiful. It's quite frosty though, which doesn't suit my skin type very well, but yeah, look at that, it's so pretty. So I have to go very lightly on it, so I'm going to give that a whirl and see if I still like it. If not, that might have to go as well. Then for eyes, what I've done is I've made myself a little compact of some of the colours that I'm starting to get quite low on. So as you can see there, we've hit pan on just about all of them. From memory, I think there's Granite, Spun Silk, Chocolate Kiss, Silky Caramel, and it's either Moonstone or Crystalline. I can't remember. I'd have to take it out to have a look now. But anyway, we'll have a concentrated effort on these, and then I think they're just about done. And then just because they're all quite neutral, what I've done is I've popped in one of these Mary Kay at Play ones just for a little bit of colour if I should need it. So I've got this one here. There's really pretty colours. What's this one called? On the Horizon. So just some pretty purples. But I also really like that centre colour. I like the neutral colour for that. So we'll probably end up just using that one. But anyway, we'll see how we go. And then for eyeliners, I've got a black pencil one. This one has actually broken and the lead keeps falling out. So we'll see whether it's still usable or not. If it's not, then that one's going to have to go. And I've also pulled out one of these weekend eye pencils in navy blue. So I'm actually wearing that one today and it's really nice. It's a nice alternative to black. It's still really, really dark, but it's not black. Then for lips, this week I've got the lip primer. You can't get these anymore, which is a real shame because these were great and I have customers who still ask for them. So I've got that one to use up. I don't use the lip primer every day. I only wear it when I'm putting on lip liner because I find it actually makes your lip liner go on really, really smooth. And of course I haven't been wearing lip liner that much lately, so it was like, if I'm going to use up some of this stuff, I've set myself some targets of some things that I want to be using up, so I have put down lip liner as one of them. So I've got here the dusty pink lip liner in the old packaging. There's not much left of this one left, so we'll see if it's still any good. If it's not, that one will have to go as well. And then I've got a sample here. One of these I found in the bottom of the drawer. This one is in Sparkling Rose, I think. It's the name has worn off the package. So we'll use that up. I'm actually going out of town for work one day, so that will be good to take along with me. And I think that's it for this week's makeup box. So I'd love to know, what are you using up this week? Do you set yourself targets to clean out some of those drawers and use up a particular product? Do you throw them away once you get to a certain stage of it, or you just get sick of it? Are you really strict by going by expiry date? Tell me what you do with your makeup. I'd love to know because this is what I'm concentrating on for this week, and yeah, I'll update you again next week with how I got on. and I hope you all have a great week in the meantime. See you next time. Thanks guys. Bye.